listeners, today we are reading Coral Reefs by Rebecca Roberts.
We thought we would continue, since it was Earth Day last week, with the theme of protecting our planet. And so we're going to look at some books about underwater creatures in the ocean.
Table of Contents, Chapter 1. What is a coral reef? Chapter 2. Life at the coral reef. Chapter 3. People in coral reefs. What is a coral reef? You see something very bright in the ocean. It looks like an underwater garden. What is it? It's a reef. A reef is a hilly area made out of coral. It comes up from the ocean floor. You might think corals look like plants or rocks, but they are animals like jellyfish or sea anemones.
And what kind of coral is that in the picture?
Lettuce coral.
What does it look like?
Lettuce.
Mm-hmm.
A coral's body. A single coral is called a polyp. A polyp is very small. It can be as small as a grain of rice.
Wow.
The body of the polyp is shaped like a tube. It has a mouth on one end, and the other end sticks to the reef. Corals live in a group called a colony. Each colony is made of many single polyps. Different colonies grow together to form a coral reef. Hard and soft. Corals can be hard or soft. Hard corals have a hard skeleton. It is the base of their body. Hard coral polyps form reefs. Soft corals do not have a hard skeleton. They do not form reefs. Some hard and soft corals have tentacles around their mouths. Tentacles help the coral get food. The tentacles can also sting animals that might hurt the coral.
Oh, so that's their defense.
The tentacles catch an octopus. Building a reef. How do coral reefs grow? Coral skeletons stay on the reef after the corals die. The skeletons become like rock. New living corals stick to the rock. When those corals die, new corals grow on them.
Oh, so that's how they keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger, huh?
Mm-hmm. Coral reefs grow slowly, very slowly. Most grow less than an inch a year. That's only about the length of a paperclip. Use your smart words. This is a puzzle, and you
could pause the video and try to do it. And here you can try to label the different parts. So just pause the video and see if you can label the parts 1, 2, and 3.
Life at the coral reef. There are coral reefs in different parts of the world. Most reefs grow in warm seas and oceans. Corals eat the tiny plants and animals that live in the warm water. Algae are plants that corals eat. Algae can also grow inside the coral's body. It is what gives coral their color. Algae turn sunlight into energy for the coral. That is why coral reefs grow in clear, shallow water where sunlight can reach. A city under the sea. Coral reefs are home to many animals and plants. Sometimes reefs are called the big cities of the ocean because so many different plants and animals live there. Wow. Sea stars, anemones, crabs, and giant snails can be found in coral reefs.
Wow.
Many kinds of small fish eat algae that grow on the reef. Look at that cool fish.
That's a really
Parrotfish.
cool fish.
even eat the coral itself. Larger sea turtles and sharks come to the reef to eat the fish they find there.
And that's a parrotfish eating coral.
Living together at the reef.
What do those clownfish make you think of? Do they remind you of a movie?
Yeah.
Readers, did those clownfish remind you of any movies? Because they remind me of one, and it's called Finding Nemo.
Oh, right. That's what it's called. Many plants and animals at coral reefs help one another. Clownfish hide in the tentacles of sea anemones to keep safe. The fish help anemones by scaring other fish that want to eat anemones. Clownfish and sea anemone. Some tiny crabs make their homes in the reef. They also clean the coral. This helps coral reefs healthy.
That's a trapezid crab, I think. I don't know how to say that exactly.
Types of reefs. The most common reef is a fringing reef. It grows out from the shore in shallow water. Atoll is a reef that grows in the shape of a ring.
That
looks like an eye.
Yeah, it's so cool.
A barrier reef is separated from the land by water. This makes a border or a barrier between the ocean and the shore. Land reef. Great Barrier Reef. The Great Barrier Reef in Australia is the world's largest coral reef ecosystem. Astronauts can see it from outer space.
Wow, that's surprising.
This is another smart words. A little like puzzle activity.
Yeah, a little activity, and you could try to write in the correct words. And on this page, you could try to line up the right type of reef to the picture. Match the type of reef to the photo.
Chapter 3. People and Coral Reefs. People enjoy visiting coral reefs and seeing their beauty, but reefs are important to people in other ways too. Many people live by the sea. Coral reefs can help their homes safe. Reefs block large waves caused by storms. People get fish from coral reefs. It is important for people to not take too many fish. This could harm the ecosystem. Threats to reefs. Coral reefs face many threats. Some of these threats are natural. Some threats are caused by people.
Which ones do you think are natural threats?
Waves crashing over a reef.
Yeah, waves, definitely. And then I bet there's a lot of things that we as humans can do to ensure that coral reefs are kept healthy, like
Not littering.
Not littering, yeah. And not stepping on the coral or picking it or breaking it off.
Reefs can be broken. Big waves sometimes break apart coral reefs. Careless scuba divers, boats, and some kinds of fishing gear can harm reefs.
That's no good.
Our oceans are getting warmer. Some corals die when the ocean gets too warm. Pollution
That's what you were talking about.
In the ocean from fuel and farms can cause algae to leave a reef. Without algae, corals may become sick or die.
Oh no.
Saving reefs.
All right, let's read this.
People try to conserve coral reefs in many ways. Boats and people are not allowed to go to some reefs. When they stay away, they cannot hurt the coral. Scientists study a coral reef. Some scientists study coral reefs. They are finding ways to to conserve these ecosystems. People are helping reefs that have been harmed. They grew new coral on ropes, nets, and pipes underwater. Then they put new corals into reefs that need help.
That's really creative.
How can I help?
Ooh, so readers, pay attention. This is how you can help.
You can help coral reefs too. Never take coral from a reef. Do not buy coral from a gift shop.
That's good to know.
Keep the ocean clean. Put litter in a trash can or a recycling bin. Do not leave it on the beach. Share what you have learned about coral reefs. Let others know that coral reefs are a beautiful and important part of our world.
Ooh, that seems really important. So, readers, you could tell somebody else to watch this video so they can learn about how to save coral reefs. And then you can do this last activity, the Smart Words activity. And if there are any words that you don't know, don't forget, you can always look in the
glossary.
Wow, I thought that was a great book. Thank you for reading that, Josie. Did you like that book? Did you learn anything about coral reefs?
That algae grows inside them.
And what's one way that you're going to help coral reefs, do you think?
Not buying coral from a gift shop.
Great. Okay, readers, we'll see you tomorrow. We're going to read a really beautiful book about sea turtles. And we're even going to share a picture of Josie holding a tiny newborn, new hatched baby sea turtle that she was helping get to the ocean. Until then, readers.
Bye.